Eliza Hartwell returned to her village after years spent in London caring for her mother. At 28, Eliza was known for her graceful presence, striking emerald green eyes, fair skin, and long auburn hair that flowed over her shoulders. She walked through the bustling village market, wrapped in a soft shawl that complemented her delicate features, feeling comforted by the familiar surroundings but carrying the quiet weight of recent years. As she admired a stall of wildflowers, snippets of conversation reached her about the return of Mr. James Westbrook. She remembered him faintly, a tall, serious figure known for his quiet intensity. Just as she was lost in thought, a gust of wind pulled her scarf loose, tangling it in a thorny bush. She reached to free it, only to find a tall, broad-shouldered man with a quietly intense expression stepping forward to assist. His dark brown eyes met hers briefly as he handed her the scarf. "Thank you, sir," she murmured, her voice gentle. "Think nothing of it," he replied, his gaze lingering before his expression turned reserved. Eliza watched him walk away, intrigued by the brief encounter that left her both puzzled and curious. In the weeks that followed, Eliza and Mr. Westbrook crossed paths at various gatherings, each brief encounter adding to their silent connection. Eliza's gentle beauty often caught his eye, and she noticed his gaze lingering on her from across rooms. Though she sensed his admiration, his guarded manner left her feeling uncertain. She often wondered about the man behind the serious expression and the shadows in his dark eyes. One evening, the village gathered around a large bonfire under the autumn trees. The flames cast a golden glow that lit up Eliza's face, her emerald green eyes reflecting the flickering light. Across the fire, she felt James's intense gaze. His serious expression softened, revealing a quiet warmth. For a moment, their eyes met, and Eliza's curiosity deepened as she felt the connection between them grow stronger in that silent gaze. The following morning, Eliza decided to walk near the forest to enjoy the peacefulness of the woods. To her surprise, she encountered James standing by the trees, looking contemplative. She approached him, her gentle footsteps breaking the silence. He looked up, his gaze both guarded and curious, and they exchanged polite greetings, their voices calm but their glances lingering. In that moment, they each sensed an unspoken bond, leaving Eliza with a feeling of curiosity and James with a longing he couldn't ignore. As autumn deepened, the village prepared for the annual harvest celebration. Eliza joined in the preparations, helping decorate the square with lanterns and garlands. That evening, she stood near the bonfire as the villagers celebrated, her emerald green eyes reflecting the flames. Across the fire, James watched her with an expression of quiet admiration. His usually serious face softened as he took in her gentle beauty, the firelight accentuating the warmth of his gaze. Later, as Eliza helped clear up, she overheard villagers speaking of James's past, the losses he had endured and the pain he carried silently. Understanding the weight he bore, she saw him not as aloof but as a man marked by silent suffering. Across the square, she met his gaze once more, and in that unspoken moment, they shared a look that held compassion and understanding. The next morning, Eliza felt drawn to the forest, seeking the solitude of the autumn woods. There she found James waiting, as if he knew she would come. They began to talk, slowly at first, each hesitant but encouraged by the other's gentle presence. She spoke of her time in London caring for her mother, and he shared the story of his own past, the quiet pain he carried each day. Their words softened as they let down their guards, each feeling a sense of relief in sharing their struggles and dreams. As they walked through the misty forest, each step slow and filled with unspoken thoughts, they both felt a peace they hadn't known in years. James, with his tall, steady presence, walked beside Eliza, who looked up at him with a gentle smile that spoke of acceptance and quiet admiration. Their journey back to the village was quiet, both savoring the company of someone who understood the weight they carried. Reaching the edge of the village as the golden morning light bathed them, they paused, knowing their lives had intertwined in ways neither expected. Eliza slipped her hand through his arm, and they continued forward, each step marking the beginning of a new chapter. The autumn leaves swirled around them, as if blessing the love that had blossomed in quiet glances, shared silences, and gentle conversations. For Eliza and James, autumn had become more than a season, it had become the start of a lifelong connection, one nurtured by patience, compassion, and the silent understanding that two hearts, long closed off from the world, had finally found a place to rest. Thank you for sharing in Eliza and James's journey. If you loved this story, please like, subscribe, and share to help others discover it. Consider supporting future stories by donating through PayPal. Your generosity helps keep love stories alive for everyone to enjoy. Thank you.